The world has changed. Amidst the tough times and the uncertainties, we will continue moving forward. With masks and physical distancing, we stayed close online, uplifting each other's spirit while in the comfort of home. When we are able to go out again, we will continue to embrace the new norms, keep our distance, and protect our friends and colleagues. We are not yet at the finish line, and with frontliners battling for all of us, sacrificing more than we could even imagine, our support becomes vital. We are all in this together. Let's not take it for granted. As long as we persevere and strictly adhere to the SOPs, we can defeat the pandemic together. Let's continue to stand tall in these unprecedented times. All for one, together as anak-anak Malaysia.
Hey, we recovered for this, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fine, I'll share my story. It was a glorious day to wage fire war. I felt burning wrath in me like I've never felt in my life. And everything was going so well until I will never forget those faces. I mean, I even tried my supersonic mega boom fireball, but
I guess we're gonna be closed for a while.
Yep, looks like it. Hey, you cover for this, right?
Absolutely.
nice. What is wrong with people? I took everything away from them and yet they made me look like a fool. I don't know how long I can do this anymore. It hurts.
So, it was like any other day. I was out and about, hunting for my next victim. And there he was, the perfect specimen to help spread my children. It was working so perfectly. You are all my victims now. Spread my
Boss,
children.
we are covered for this, right?
I
Absolutely.
rule the world.
Don't worry.
What? Where are you guys going? Where are you guys? Hey, talk to me! me. Hey, don't you get it? It's like I didn't even matter. Am I not good enough? Can someone tell me? Am I good enough? Is it the hair? Am I scary though?
Okay, I'm ready to share my story. It was the perfect day. The place was crawling with victims. I was spot for choice. I warmed up with some minor mayhem. And then I found the perfect target and the perfect opportunity.
Are you okay, sir? We are covered for this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You're good, bro.
I have nightmares every night. Why? Why are you scared of me? Huh? Are you scared of me? Why? You... I just want you to scare me. Why? Ah, I hate everybody. I hate this. I want to kill everybody and everything. You.
The world has changed. Amidst the tough times and the uncertainties, we will continue moving forward. With masks and physical distancing, we stayed close online, uplifting each other's spirit while in the comfort of home. When we are able to go out again, we will continue to embrace the new norms, keep our distance, and protect our friends and colleagues. We are not yet at the finish line, and with frontliners battling for all of us, sacrificing more than we could even imagine, our support becomes vital. We are all in this together. Let's not take it for granted. As long as we persevere, and strictly adhere to the SOPs. We can defeat the pandemic together. Let's continue to stand tall in these unprecedented times. All for one, together as anak-anak Malaysia.
Hey, we're covered for this, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fine, I'll share my story. It was a glorious day to wage fire war. I felt burning wrath in me like I've never felt in my life. And everything was going so well until I will never forget those faces. I mean, I even tried my supersonic mega beam fireball, but
I guess we're gonna be closed for a while.
Yep, looks like it. Hey, we're covered for this, right?
Absolutely.
nice. What is wrong with people? I took everything away from them and yet they made me look like a fool. I don't know how long I can do this anymore. It hurts.
So, it was like any other day. I was out and about, hunting for my next victim. And there he was, the perfect specimen to help spread my children. It was working so perfectly. You are all my victims now. Spread my
Boss,
children.
we are covered for this, right?
I
Absolutely.
rule the world.
Don't worry.
What? Where are you guys going? Where are you guys? Hey, talk to me. Hey, go ahead. It's like I didn't even matter. Am I not good enough? Can someone tell me? Am I good enough? Is it the hair? Am I scary though?
Okay, I'm ready to share my story. It was the perfect day. The place was crawling with victims. I was spoiled for choice. I warmed up with some minor mayhem. And then I found the perfect target and the perfect opportunity.
Are you okay, sir? We are covered for this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good, bro.
I have nightmares every night. Why? Why you scare me? Huh? You scare me? Why? You... I just want you to scare me. Why? Ah! I hate everybody. I hate this. I want to kill everybody and everything. Ah!
Good morning, everyone, and on behalf of Allianz Malaysia, thank you for being with us again this Saturday at the Allianz Be Absolutely Ahead conference. For those of you who will join us on October 16 and 30th, welcome back. It's vital to be absolutely ahead as we prepare to grow the future of your business. Due to overwhelming response, we're opening the session to the public. We know some of you have joined us via Zoom and also on Facebook, so welcome. And today is the final of 3 workshops. Yes, it's already the final. We understand the nature of business has changed and it's more demanding, and here at Allianz, we are committed to grow with you. Our first workshop was about digitizing your business. The second on understanding your customers even better through market research, so that it's win-win for you and your customers. And now we're going in depth and focusing on your key industry. At Allianz Malaysia, we believe in supporting Malaysia. Hashtag Kita Jaga Kita. An investment of knowledge and new skills is win-win for everyone, so that you can build, grow, and even sustain your business during these challenging times. Now, before we get started, let's have some fun, loosen up and relax as always. Do scan the QR code here. And to participate, or click on the link provided in the chat box. For Facebook viewers, you will see it in the comment section, right? We're going to go through a couple of multiple choice questions. We'll give you a bit of time before we get started with the first question. The first question, very easy. Did you travel or stay at home during the long Deepavali weekend? I actually traveled before. All right. The second question. 40% travel. So we'd like to have a look and see. So yes, I actually traveled before the weekend to avoid the crowd. And so I was glad I was back here in KL while all of you were traveling. But most of you stayed at home. I think we're slowly going out there right now, traveling, seeing things. It's okay. We'll get more of you to participate and see that. All right, so most of you actually stayed at home. Our second question, tell us who is your favorite YouTuber or influencer? I want to see, is it more local, more foreign? The correct answer is Genie Boy, because he'll be speaking a little later. All right, okay, let's just see who it is. Okay, very good. Then you're in for a treat because you know that he'll be speaking later. So there's Genie Boy, none. Okay. Well, we're going to find out a little bit how important that's going to be in terms of influencer marketing a little later on. And he'll explain to you how you as an SME can also leverage and take part on this whole idea of influencer marketing. So yeah, most of you said Genie Boy, very good. So I want you guys to get used to using this, the game, right? Because later on there will be prizes. So you got to warm up your fingers. as we're practicing. So yes, Mo said Ginny Boy, Oprah Winfrey, Trevor Noah, Allianz Malaysia, also correct answer. A little small one of Frida Liu. Very good. Okay. All right. Okay. And our next question is find the right path to being absolutely protected with Allianz. So this requires a little bit more brain work. I know it's a Saturday and most of you would have just gotten up. And so this is just good to get your, brain cells fired up as we begin our session today. So yes, find the right path to being absolutely protected with Allianz. Let's have a look at this. All right, okay. Maybe too early for some of you. For me, I've been up for a few hours right now, I still find it complicated. But coffee helps. Right, have we got any correct answers? I'm sure. How to get to 1 to 2 to 3. All right, okay. So yeah, some of you got it correct. Very good. No prizes as yet. So well done. We're going to head off in just a moment. But yes, I'm glad you guys have started practicing. Later on, there will be prizes, 50 ringgit touch and go vouchers and all. Well done for those who have participated in our ice-breaking game. There's no prize for this, but later on, I promise you, there will be prizes. We'll be giving away 50 ringgit touch and go e-wallet vouchers and a special prize, which I will only reveal later. So make sure you stay throughout the session. So yes, today we're going to go in depth with the various industries, and we'll be having Linda here in the studio together with us to present to you a tailor-made plan that gets your business absolutely protected. Now, Linda Low is the head of sales management for Allianz Malaysia and has over 20 years experience in the general insurance industry locally and overseas. Now, if you have any questions during her presentation, be sure to put it in the chat box on Zoom and the comment section on Facebook. Now, and then we'll address them later. Now, please help me welcome Linda. Good morning, Linda.
Thank you, Freda. Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
I know you're very excited to present to us this morning.
Yes.
So the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Freda. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, business owners. This morning, I'm going to share with you a little bit about business challenges in the industry, especially for those SMEs and manufacturing company. And again, today, we're going to discuss a little bit of the risk exposure. What might the business owner facing moving forward, yeah? Okay, let's look at what we have for you today. Challenging business landscape. For the past 22 months, I would say, MCO 1.0 started early of last year, and we can see that the most industry that got affected is the tourism industry, yeah? And it comes to 2.0 early of this year, and basically, I would say that most of the business owners still struggling to stay afloat apart from the impact of MCO 1.0. And now, basically, we are in the MCO 3.0. And then moving forward, we do not know what's going to happen, whereby some of the people saying that we are towards the endemic, but I do not know whether we are really towards the endemic, or we can see that some other countries, the number is spiking again, yeah? So the MCO 3.0 is basically, I would say that the unemployment rate will increase, the impact of the earlier MCO 1.0, and indirectly also, I personally think that the crime rate also will increase, yeah? And these are the business exposure that the business owner, people like you might face moving forward. The next one, what are the common challenges that the business owner, the SME might face, okay, moving forward? Common things, insufficient of cash flow. People, business owner will face this difficulty moving forward. Short of cash flow, savings, yeah? And no business continuity plan. For example, like those small business industry, they only normally plan for 2 to 3 years, not the next 10 years, yeah? So no business continuity will be one of the main issues also on how they're going to move forward, yeah? And the uncertainty on the SOP implementation, we all know very well that the SOP that mentions by the government is a little bit in a mess, I would say that, people like me and you also still confused. What exactly the SOP that government implemented, yeah? And the trouble with collections, the credit terms that you give to your customers, yeah? And also, as a business owner, you need to take care of your employees, okay? The fear of the health and safety of your employee, that will be the crucial part, yeah? So, what if the business owner suffer again unexpected loss, okay, for the next few months, okay, especially from COVID? Today, I'm going to introduce Allianz Business Shield. This is our, I would say that the latest product that we have for the SME and manufacturing company. And the good thing about Allianz Business Shields, I mean, we know that very well for the past 22 months with the COVID pandemic, you know, many business owners, the business got interrupted, yeah. The fire is another burning issue. We can see that 5.2 billion losses, okay. You might think that business owner, I don't need fire insurance. Reason being because my business is closed, you know, and during this period, not many customers come to my shop, you know, but you are wrong. The recent fire incident, I think early October, if I'm not wrong, you know, 11 shop houses were destroyed at Kampung Baru, China, Karak Town near Bentong, okay. And at the same period of time, early October, 2 factories, if I'm not wrong, it's the manufacturing water bottle factories, got affected, destroyed by fire at Pasir Gudang JB. So these are the best example that we can see that you might think that I don't need fire insurance, but if fire were to happen, it can be a huge loss to the business owner. It will be a catastrophic loss to the business owner. And not to forget, now towards end of the year, the flood, another natural disaster that the business owner might be facing, yeah? And we know that 5.82 billion flood damage because of this, yeah, the natural disaster. And burglary, like what I mentioned just now, with the increase of the unemployment rate, the chances of the crime rate also will be increased. This is another business risk exposure that the business owner will be facing moving forward. And not to forget the current one, which for the past 22 months we have been facing this, the COVID-19 pandemic, okay? It's like never-ending stories, yeah? So with Allianz Business Shield, you will be able to tailor-make your insurance protection according to your needs, okay? With the flexible sum insurance, and not also to your needs, also to your budget expenses. You know, you think that, okay, this year business is bad, I only can spend certain X amount. So with Allianz Business Shield, we will be able to help you to tailor-make your insurance protections based on your needs, yeah? And on top of that, we have 17 coverages that are available for you to pick and choose which one that you think that will be more suitable for your nature of business, okay? And on top of that also today, I'm going to elaborate another 2 coverages that I personally think, as a business owner, you must have this. The insurance protections from the COVID-19, the pandemic cover. These are the main thing, okay? We heard many of the business owners got affected by COVID. So we are here. That is the main reason why Allianz came up with Allianz Business Shield, because we know product must be relevant to the current market conditions. And business owner, the main crucial part right now that you are facing is with the COVID-19. We want to help the SME out there on how to ease the burden when they are facing with the COVID-19. And on top of that, those companies that have employees, they need to take care of the health and safety of the employees. So what can they offer to the employees? Again, you all know very well that medical insurance is not that cheap, yeah? So we have Allianz Hospital Income that is suitable for you on the employee benefit coverage. Let's talk about what is inconvenient relief benefit. These are the main one that I want to share with you on the COVID coverage, yeah? So you know, I mentioned just now that business closure due to COVID. How this policy going to trigger is in the event any of your employees contracted COVID, okay, in the premises, Allianz will pay you a cash allowance, a cash benefit for your business, okay? You can choose whether you want a 500 ringgit per day or up to 2,000 ringgit per day, yeah? And we will pay according to number of days the closure of your business that give by the authority. For example, like KKM that instructed you to close because of the COVID, you need to do some disinfections of the shop. So with this cash relief, will be able to ease your burden, you know, your operational risk in order to maintain and continue your business. The next one, this is the one that I think that most of the business owner people need to have this. You still need to take care of your employees, all right? And we all know that when it comes to medical insurance, especially, it's not cheap. To buy a medical insurance, it can cost you 500 ringgit per pax, you know, and if you have 10 employees, that can be a huge amount to pay for the medical insurance. Allianz Business Shield, we have hospital income, Allianz Hospital Income. The good thing about Allianz Hospital Income, I would say it's quite a straightforward medical coverage, okay? As long as the employee admitted to the hospital, doesn't matter whether it's due to accident or due to illness, and you will be able to get the benefit from here. We have 3 plans for you. Plan 1, the lowest one with the 100 ringgit income to the employee per day, up to the maximum of 60 days. And the premium that you need to pay for your employee is only 50 ringgit per employee per year. At least there are something, for your employees when they are hospitalized. The highest plan at 500 ringgit hospital income, and you just need to pay 250 ringgit a year per employee. These are a little thing that you can give to your employee to give them some assurance that working with you is safe, and at least my employer taking care of my benefits, yeah? So these are the things. And the good thing is that we don't require you to declare your health condition. For example, like some of the people, they might have a pre-existing illness, yeah? So with Allianz Hospital Income, you don't require to declare to Allianz, oh, I have this heart problem or diabetes, You are welcome to buy this Allianz Hospital Income. And the good news about this also, from today, just because of these sessions, okay, this Allianz Be Absolutely Ahead virtual conference, we are offering to you with the COVID coverage in the event of your employees admit to the hospital, yeah, because of COVID, we will give you 2,000 ringgit on top of what you are enjoying right now due to hospitalization. And if the employee pass away because of COVID, he or she will get 10,000 ringgit coverage. So this offer is only for today up to end of this year, yeah. So hurry up, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. The next one, this is what we're going to give you. We know that right now, everyone is struggling, okay, especially with the cash flow. So this is how Allianz can come into picture, okay, to ease your burden, okay, to support you at this very challenging time. What we are offering today is a free business insurance coverage, okay, 7 coverages that we are going to give free to those that are going to enroll today, okay, for all the business owner. Let's see what we have for you here, yeah? What is the free insurance coverage that we are giving to you? If you are involving with retail or officer sectors, yeah, we are giving up to 250,000 coverage that is worth 400 ringgit. You will have all these 7, I would say that 7 coverages that is including like burglary, money in transit, money in premises, plate glass, all risk, public liability, and employees liability. And all this extra coverage we're giving you free, okay? And for those people that involved in the manufacturing company, the coverages for free is up to 430,000 ringgit. The premium worth is 540 ringgit a year. And these are the things also that you will be enjoying if you are involved in the manufacturing company. Okay, let's see what are the risk exposure. Some people might think that, oh, I do not know what type of insurance that I should buy. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you 5 main sectors. The first one is the food and beverages. Okay, these are the type of coverage that your business might need. Yeah, so if you look at the first one, business closure, business interrupted because of COVID-19, very common. Okay, because we know very well, okay, any of your employee contracted with COVID, you need to close down your business for temporary. And this is how Allianz come into picture. With the inconvenient relief benefit, you will be able to get at least a little bit cash relief, during the close down of your business. And the second one, if you were to look at that, robbery, moving forward, like what I mentioned, unemployment rate increase, the crime rate will increase. So the exposure of the robbery is high. And the other one will be deterioration of stock. Food and beverages, we know that you need to buy seafood or some meat, frozen things, and this thing, if anything happen to all your stocks, again, the insurance will be able to help you to cover for all those things, yeah? And if you were to open the restaurant, shops, okay, cafe, and you have those customers that come in, I mean, they fell down because of the slippery of the floor or damage to their property, So public liability will be another product that you need to have if you were to have food and beverages insurance coverage, yeah? And other than that, let's look at other classes that we have. Manufacturing. If you are involved in manufacturing sectors, yeah? Again, you have a huge line of machine, that help you to operate to generate your goods, okay? breakdown to this machine, that's another main thing, the business exposure. You need to have insurance to cover on your machinery breakdown. The second one, you look at the slide. COVID is very common, okay? Close down because employee contracted with COVID and the authority basically asks you to close down because you need to do some disinfections of your premises and also testing and screening on your employees. So you need to close down. Again, you need insurance for this, yeah? And if you have the employee that, because of the accident happened in your premises, they need the employee benefit insurance, the group personal accidents. We have here also to protect your employee, yeah? And on top of that, if you have a delivery of the goods, to your supplier, for example, you still need the coverage of the good in transit. During the journey from delivering your goods to your customer, anything can happen on the road, yeah? It can happen, accident, collisions, so the insurance will come in here to help you in the event all these things happen. And on top of that, if you are the factory that have equipment, that movable equipment, for example, like forklift, yeah, or buggy, you have that in your factories. You need this also because accident tends to happen, yeah, when you have this mobile running around your factories, yeah. So again, ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the example. Let's look at another sector, that is the retail sectors, yeah. Same thing, retail sector, you need to have a money insurance because it's involved cash transactions. People might steal your money in the office. COVID. Again, yeah, COVID, you need to close down because of COVID. And fire insurance, definitely you need that, in the event of fire happen. Public liability, if you have those customer or those visitors that come to your office, you might need to buy public liability to make sure that nothing happened to them while in your premises, yeah. And on top of that also, you need to make sure that if your premises have the glass panel, a huge glass panel, so you might have want to consider to take plate glass insurance. The other sector, services, this is interesting, yeah, because many people think that business owner, I don't involve stock, I don't involve selling goods, I don't require insurance. I only sell services, okay? Many people think that services, I don't need to buy insurance. Ladies and gentlemen, you are wrong, okay? You still have the risk exposure, even though you don't manufacture, you don't have goods producing, okay? Because this thing is common. You still involve some cash in your office, You still need the money insurance to protect your money from robbery. And again, you have your employee in the office. If any of your employee contracted COVID, your business still need to close down, yeah? So you still need to have the COVID cover. And on top of that also, if you were to have a visitor coming to your office, for example, if you are a travel agency involved the services, you have customer that coming to your shop, to want to buy the package, and if they fall down, you need a public liability insurance. So all this, you might think that I don't have a risk exposure, okay, but you are wrong, yeah, okay. So, and this thing can cause a huge losses to you if anything happen, yeah. The last one will be the wholesale. The wholesales, yes, definitely you need the insurance coverage, yeah. Fire insurance is one of the good example, okay, whereby, if fire happened, the one that I shared with you earlier, the recent one that happened at Kara and also at JB Pasir Gudang, that is a good example that you need a fire insurance. COVID coverage, as usual, again, if any of your employees contracted with COVID, you need the insurance to protect you, yeah. And personal accident insurance, you need to take care of your employee well-being, the welfare of your employees. This is a need, yeah. Okay, and on top of that also, you can have the equipment insurance where that you need to protect in the event if anything happen because of the fire or accidental damage to your equipment. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the 5 main sectors that will be affected, okay, during this period of time. Okay, the most thing that you can see that the COVID is the main impact to the business owner. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you need to know more about what is Allianz Business Shield, feel free to contact Allianz authorized agent, or you can visit our website www.allianz.com.my. Thank you.
Right, Linda. Don't go away. I really enjoyed the session you talked about, and not enjoyed, but I learned a lot. And it's so important when you talk about businesses not being interrupted. As it is, the last 2 years I've been covering a lot of stories. Businesses are tough. You don't need challenges anymore. You got to protect whatever you've got, right? So it was very interesting, very comprehensive. I believe we have some questions from the public. So we'll have a look at the questions. Right. You know, I think what was also very good was the fact that you cover for COVID. Right, that was the thing. I was like, does it cover for COVID? And that's important. So that's going to be valid, you were saying, until end of the year.
Yes, correct, the campaign.
Right, the campaign until the end of the year. Because like I said, employees and things I didn't realize, like even the breakdown of the machinery, right, that disrupts your business. Right? This is a thing that happens behind the scenes that we can really kill. So we've got some questions here from the public here. This is from Kathleen. She says, what is the most important coverage for a retail business?
Okay, the one that I mentioned just now, for retail business, you might need, for example, like the equipment insurance. You have laptop, you have printer, you know, office equipment, you might want to have insurance for that. And if you have employee, don't forget on the employee benefit, that is like group PA or medical or hospital income insurance. And also don't forget your COVID coverage, you still need to have that, yeah?
Right, and that's so crucial. And you know, when you were talking earlier on about services, right, you think there is risk exposure.
Correct.
Right? A customer could fall down, whatever, and then, or like you have employees as well. We got a question here from Jessica. What are some types of coverage a manufacturing company needs? I know you talked about it, but maybe you can elaborate further.
Some type of coverage that a manufacturing company might want to consider to take, yeah? For example, like machinery breakdown. If you have a huge line of the machine, you know, to produce your goods, you might need to take that insurance coverage. Fire, definitely for sure. Public liability, you know, mobile plant equipment. If you have those movable equipment like forklift, you know, you might want to take that insurance coverage also.
Right. Question from Wallace. Is this product suitable for small startups? Small startups, home-based food business?
Yes. This is just right for the small startup home-based food insurance because you will be able to tailor-make your product according to your budget, yeah? And this Allianz Business Shield, basically, we cater for small and medium industries.
Right, okay. Hui Chen said, do you cover lawsuits resulting from injury or property damage caused by the business? For example, say a customer gets injured by a machine in the shop.
Yes, Hui Ching. Definitely, we have the insurance coverage for this. That is called public liability insurance. So some people might think that, you know, oh, you don't need this because nobody going to sue you, okay? As long as you have visitors coming to your office or coming to your shop, you know, you need to have a public liability insurance. Public liability insurance will be able to help you in the event of to defend yourself. The legal cost can be huge amount, you know, and not only that, the property damage to your visitor or to your customer. So public liability will be able to help you to protect you from all these causes, you know.
Right. I want to ask you, because you talk about F&B as well. One of the things is like, wow, food poisoning.
Yes.
Right? So can you talk a little bit more? Because I was like, wow, people never think about that, right? Until it happens. And they're like, oh, no.
So if you are involved in food and beverage industry, for example, you cook pasta, for example, and then customer come order the pasta and suddenly got stomach ache, you know, because of the food poisoning. Okay? They can sue you, okay? They can go to you, they can get the lawyer to sue you because of your food, you know, they cause diarrhea or serious food poisoning. Then with public liability, if you have public liability with the extension of food and poisoning clauses, we will be able to defend you and then to compensate your customer if they are hospitalized or, you know, something happened to them. Yes.
Right. I thought we had a question from, do you have another question below for Benji or anything like that? No? Okay. If not, a quick, oh wait, yes. Benji here says, do I need this product for my online retail business since I don't have a physical building or office?
Yes. So Benji, yes, you still need, okay, the business risk exposure is still there, yeah? Like for example, I mentioned to you, yes, you are doing online business. So how do you do online if you don't have office equipment, for example, like laptop, okay, printers, you still need all these things, gadget, you know, in order to do your business, to start your business. So insurance is there, you know, to make sure that your laptop is safe, you know, not someone stole your laptop, you know, so we have the insurance coverage for that.
Right, because those are your assets, right? Your
Yes,
laptop,
correct.
all these things are your data information. You need to protect that. Supaya P, very interesting. Do you have coverage for food truck business?
Food truck business, yes. I mean, we have that, okay? For example, that your stock, you still need to cover for that, you know, and then your kitchen equipment on the food, you know, the truck, you know, so we still have that, you know, so you need to have the insurance protection for that. Yes, we have that.
Right. I know we just covered we were saying wholesale, retail, F&B, services, and manufacturing, right? And of course, manufacturing, like you said, the main one being your equipment.
Yes.
Right. That's an important one because the moment your equipment stop, every minute is money.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Every minute is money. Do you have any more questions? If not, I know, okay, if you have no more questions, of course, they can go to allianz.com.my and, put that, PM the Facebook, and someone will be in touch with you. Maybe Linda will be in touch with you directly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Freda. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Linda from Allianz Malaysia. If you'd like to find out more about this product, so yes, PM us on the Facebook page at Allianz Malaysia or go to the website allianz.com.my for more information. So an Allianz representative will be in touch with you, and of course, I think it's important. I don't know if it was an eye-opening experience for you. It's definitely an eye-opening experience for me, and I cover a lot of stories and businesses, so this was like new information for me. But now, it's time for the first set of giveaways. It's a case of the top 5 fastest and accurate winners. You'll stand a chance to win 50 ringgit Touch and Go e-wallet vouchers. You can scan the QR code. Now, if you haven't joined in, you'll be able to see the link in the Facebook comment section, and if you're on Zoom, in the chat box. So we'll give you a bit of time, a little bit of time, but maybe 15 seconds to get started on this, right? Yeah. So, right. Are we ready? Okay, slowly we'll give you a bit of time to get started. Thank you, Kamfat, Stephen, Wu Chai Hong, Ben, Andrew, Alzura. All right, Supaya, right? Donna, Stephen Lai. Stephen has been a regular with us. Thanks for being with us again. Azrina. All right, we'll wait for the numbers again. The fastest with the correct answers, top 5. So a bit more special from the previous weeks. There are more giveaways. Okay, then we get started. Okay. Do I see any more familiar names that have been with us for the last couple of weeks? We've got Alice, Junda, Ben. Thank you again, right? I know with any questions that you have, please, I'm sure we weren't able to address all the questions just now. Do send it to the Facebook page, right? Comment section, go to Allianz and make sure you ask those questions there. And someone for the Allianz, representative will be in touch with you on what your business needs exactly. So we're on to our first question. All right. Okay. Allianz Be Absolutely Ahead virtual conference is a series of segments, a one-off forum. Okay, time is of the essence. Before we get to our next question, all right, 10 seconds. 5. And the answer is a series of segments. That's the correct answer. Our next question. How many coverage types does Allianz Business Shield offer? Is it up to 10 types? Up to 17 types? 15 types? Hint, hint, it's a lot. All right, we've got 15 seconds now. Okay, 5 seconds. And the answer is obviously up to 17 times. Okay, final question for this part. The following are the new benefits that Allianz Business Shield offers, except, yeah? Is it profit shield benefit? Is it Allianz hospital income? Is it death benefit? So again, it's except. Got 15 seconds. The fastest with the correct answers is going to be 5 winners. Right. And the answer is no death benefit, except death benefit, right? So let's have a look and see who the winners are. Okay, congratulations. We have Chong Ye, Aziatul, Izani, Judy, and Supriya. So, wow, 17 seconds, Songye. Congratulations. Please email your full name, mobile number, and email address to socialmedia@allianz.com.my and do send over the details not later than Monday, November 15. And the subject heading on your email should be Allianz Conference Winner. And we've also inserted the email address in the Zoom chat box and on Facebook in the comments section. And the Allianz team will be in touch with you about your prizes. Do make sure you stay until the end as we have more prizes to give away. And these are more 50 ringgit touch and go e-wallet vouchers and a Google Nest mini smart speaker, second generation, worth 160 ringgit and above. Okay, our next topic is crucial if you want to position yourself as a thought leader, and it's a cost-effective marketing tool. What is influencer and content marketing, and is there any difference between these two? How can SMEs connect their target audience with content creators and influencers? With over 15 years of experience in the media and entertainment industry, Jin, better known as Genie Boy, is a man of many hats who spearheads his team to produce quality, heartwarming, and relatable content that resonates with people around the globe. He took on the new hat second time round as a father recently, not twice round. Now he possesses a flair for empathy and sympathy, giving his storytelling a touch of grace and humanity. He translates his observations and experiences into visually captivating stories that move and inspire many. Speaking about influencer and content marketing, a comprehensive guide for SMEs, we have Genie Boy, content creator, founder of Genie Boy TV and Aspect Ratio Studios. The proof is in the pudding, as they say, and Genie Boy himself is proof that it works. He's a huge influencer with thousands of followers in social media and over 1 million on YouTube. So yes, he knows what he's talking about. Again, if you have any questions as he's presenting, feel free to drop us your question in the chat box on Zoom and on Facebook in the comment section, and we'll look into them during the Q&A session later. Without further ado, please help me welcome Genie Boy.
Hello. Hi. Hi, everyone.
Well, you know, congratulations on being a dad again.
Oh, thank you.
But here you're going to be talking about something else, so it's over to you, Genie.
Okay, cool. I like the fact that, Frida was mentioning that, I have been doing this for 15 years, so I'll know what I'm talking about. The truth of the matter is, most of the time, I don't know what I'm talking about. So today, I put up a bunch of slides and trying my best to basically talk as much rubbish as possible, and hopefully it makes sense to you. But all jokes aside, yes, I have been in the entertainment industry for about 15 years. Just a bit of background for those of you watching and wondering, who's this fella who's got such long hair and looks like he hasn't gotten much sleep? Yeah, my name is Jin. I'm a father of two. My wife just gave birth 5 days ago, and hence why I've only gotten 4 hours of sleep in the past 5 days. Love this. I wish there was an insurance plan for that. But today I'm going to be talking about influencer marketing. Now, what do I do? Well, I used to be a radio announcer. I graduated in a degree from marketing and public relations, and I landed myself into Astro, and I actually got to do radio announcing, otherwise people know as radio DJs. And I used to do this show that basically requires me to do a lot of gotcha calls and annoy people, and I think it's no longer on air, but yes. And from there, I kind of dabbled into the world of digital marketing, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, social media platforms, you name it. It's what we all basically consume most of our content on these days. So today I'm going to be talking about influencer and content marketing. And in a nutshell, what I have experienced for the past 10 years doing this as a business. I currently run a YouTube channel that creates content, and I also run a company called Aspect Ratio Studios that handles creative content on digital media and also influencer marketing as an agency. So, now, influencer marketing is like a hybrid of the old and new marketing tools, taking the idea of celebrity endorsement and placing them into a modern-day content-driven marketing campaign. Now, if you don't understand what I just said, it's completely okay because I'm here to explain it to you. Now, I think if you took social media away from everything, there was no social media, no Facebook, no Instagram, no nothing. Last time we used to drive down the highway and we see probably Dato' Siti Nurhaliza holding a product, and you'd be like, oh, I want what she's having, or I want what she's holding. Or maybe if you see a big celebrity holding a makeup product that would make you look prettier, or holding a fitness product that makes you look healthier, or they're using a particular mobile phone and it makes them look cool, chances are you'll be like, hey, I kind of want to use or maybe explore or find out more information about what that person or that celebrity is holding. That person indirectly or subconsciously kind of influenced you to check out what they were holding or what they were using, right? Sorry, I can't hear your response. Your microphones are all enabled, by the way, so you guys can actually speak to me. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm just kidding. Now, what is influencer marketing? So, influencer marketing is a type of social media marketing that uses endorsements and product mentions from influencers, individual people who have a dedicated social following and are viewed as experts within their niche. Now, some other people will always say like, influencer marketing, the one that always get free stuff, show boobs, get likes, you know what I mean? They get everything, also get free one and stuff like that. And also, they ask some people like, wow, you got 2,000 followers, wow, influencer. So, all of these jokes going around and stuff like that. But I think like, influencer kind of explains, it's self-explanatory. Is this person who influences you to get something that they're using or they are promoting, all right? Now, why do people follow a social media influencer? Many reasons, okay? So some of the reasons will be, social media influencers are important because they are a place where, teens go to as they're starting to compare their behavior to others, social norms, and focusing on how they feel as a part of a group. Now, these influencers speak directly to where kids are developing mentally. Now, just to explain this paragraph over here, ask yourself this question. Like, okay, I'll use myself as an example. More recently, I became a dad. Okay, and when you become a parent, especially when you're a first-time parent, there are a lot of things that you want to ask. Sometimes you're too shy to ask people because you know why? You're always afraid of the person coming back to you and say, huh? You don't know, man, this thing, or you don't know, man, that thing, and the parents will be like, huh? What, this and that, giving you all sorts of advice. Sometimes you tend to Google these things, right? When you Google these things, you will end up in a YouTube video teaching you all about parenting, how to take care of your baby, how to burp, how to do this, how to do that. Also, when you are buying something, all right, let's say, for example, a mobile phone or a laptop or a computer, and you want to basically search for reviews, where do you go? Chances are today, you go on YouTube and you search for the particular model and you watch reviews after reviews after reviews after reviews after reviews. Then those reviews will help you decide to whether you want to buy this particular product or not. If we want to talk about tech, I'm pretty sure some of you are quite familiar with this person called MKBHD. It's this guy who basically unboxes a lot of stuff, gives his honest opinion about reviews and stuff like that. I go to him religiously every time I want to buy a piece of tech because I know that his reviews are unbiased and I know he's very genuine. If something sucks, he will upfront tell you that it sucks, okay? So many young internet users may be going online to find something that they aren't quite getting offline or in their everyday life. And this can be anything from a shared hobby to finding a representation that they don't see in real life. Now, why do individuals tend to do this? If you see a model, be it a guy or a girl, posing with a particular product, do you trust it? Some people be like, yes, yeah, I trust it because good product, person looks good, product looks good, okay, I'll buy it. But I think the majority of us will basically, okay, that's a cool product, okay, what do I do right now? I will Google it and find more information about that particular product. And this is where you'll come across a lot of content creators who'll be creating content based on the product that you're searching for. It could be tech, it could be anything. So those people are in a way trying to give you unbiased opinion for you to then make a decision to whether you want to purchase that particular product. And they are, in the industry, termed as influencers. So I hope you guys are basically kind of catching my explanation. If you don't understand, it's completely okay. You can tell Allianz, then I'll lose my job. Now, the main reasons why someone would follow an influencer on social media is because they want to see more content from that influencer, and that's it. When you go on Instagram, why do you follow a particular person? It's because you find that person interesting. You saw a video that captured your attention, made you laugh, made you cry, made you angry, or made you, portray some sort of emotion, and you enjoy that. And that's why you want to follow that person, and you want to be updated if that person posts some sort of a similar content in the future. All right? So it's very straightforward. Why do we subscribe to people on YouTube? Because we like to watch their videos. Why do we follow this person on Instagram? Because he looks cool. She looks beautiful. Why do we follow, let's say, for example, for me, my wife, she followed a lot of Instagram accounts with regards to parenting. Why? Because they basically post a lot of information with regards to how to take care of kids and bringing up your kids and stuff you can do and use. So, you see, the World Wide Web has become such a powerful tool for everyone to go to basically gain information and influence themselves. I mean, maybe influencing yourselves is a very wrong thing to say, but helping you make decisions to where you want to spend, what you want to spend on. All right? Now, the next question will probably be asking, I think I'm talking to a group of SMEs today. You guys run businesses, and if I'm talking to you, right, chances are you might want to dabble into the world of influencer marketing. Of course, there are a lot of things I like to debunk about it. And the biggest question is, does influencer marketing work? I have to say yes, right? Because I run an influencer marketing agency. If I say no, then confirm my company just shut down, right? Luckily got ABS. I'm kidding. No, they didn't pay me to say that. I'll send my invoice later. All right, now why people prefer influencer marketing? All right, now 90% of consumers trust peer recommendations. That's right. And does this only basically, okay, the question is I'm about to ask is, does it necessarily mean that you need to basically trust a person with like 1 million followers? No. Chances are, if you wanted to buy something, you will ask your friend, hey, there's this new phone that's coming out, do you think good or not? Or if this person was using a phone that you wanted to buy, you would ask him, hey, how's that phone? Despite the fact of it being like completely expensive, what's your experience with it? And your friend will tell you, give you your feedback, what they like, what they don't like. This is an unbiased opinion because they already own the phone, you see. They could indirectly influence you to buy what they're having as well. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a really huge following just to influence people. Sometimes, even if they have like 10 million followers, they can't even convert one sale. So what's the point, right? Now, 71% of customers are more likely to purchase through social media referrals. Self-explanatory, I just mentioned that. 50% user-generated content is more trusted than traditional media. Let me now delve into this one a little bit more. When you see a commercial, let's see. Let's have a very what example can we do? Let's talk about mobile phones. I mean, that's the easiest that all of us want to basically talk about. All right. So you see a huge commercial basically being thrown at you during a YouTube pre-roll ad. Wow, it looks good. 360 everything, like the person take picture, wow, 2000 megapixel photo. You can take this photo and zoom in 2000 times, you can, zoom in a person, and when you zoom in, you can see his eye and stuff like that. You'd be like, whoa! That commercial is basically trying to sell you like the unimaginary. And then sometimes you watch it, be like, sure not, And what do? You basically search for videos about it, and then you'll see the true colors. There are content creators out there who will take this product and put it to the real world test and tell you their unbiased opinion. And to be honest, you can tell the difference between people who get paid to do it and who don't get paid to do it. The people who get paid to do it will basically take the product, no matter how sucky the product is, so they'll tell you it's great. All right? And then after that, you have like a 90% of the unbiased opinion saying the product is not good, but this 1%, yeah, it's great, buy it. So people tend to trust more raw content. It doesn't have to be 100% like super, super high quality and stuff like that. Even a person doing an Insta story in a vertical format telling you like, oh, I've been using this product for quite a while and here's my unbiased opinion. This is what I think and stuff like that. That's more genuine rather than an ad telling you that this can do this, this can do this, this can do this. Would you trust someone who's been using it for about a few months and giving you their unbiased opinion? Or would you trust an ad telling you how great the product is? So you've got to do a lot more research, and that's where you have to basically search for stuff, do your own research, and then make your own informed decision to whether you want to purchase that product. Now, lastly, 81% of customers rather trust an online blog review than an ad. I used to read a lot of blogs when I wanted, so recently I got into the hobby of cycling, so obviously I wanted to buy a bike. But which bike do I buy? There's so many brands out there, so expensive, cheap, expensive. So there are a lot of things that I Google. Okay, what is the difference between a 1,000 ringgit bike versus a 100,000 ringgit bike? Okay, I'm kidding, there's no such thing as a 100,000 ringgit bike, but what's the difference between a cheap and an expensive bike? What's the difference between this particular chain set or that particular chain set? What's the difference between this brand and that brand? And you'll find hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of content creators or YouTubers or Instagrammers or social media people basically talking about the products. And these are people who've basically used, they're basically dedicated their time and effort to try out the product and tell you what they like and what they don't like. And one thing you should always understand as well, when you go online, just because the video has 400 views, it doesn't mean they can't give you a really unbiased opinion or a really good opinion. And trust me, the videos that I've seen ranges from videos ranging from 1.2 million views to like 400 views. And for me, it's like, I got a wide range of opinions to basically help me make my informed decision to purchase the particular brand I wanted that fits me best. All right? So the next question is like, okay, I want to start influencer marketing. How do I go about it? All right? Remember, find the right influencers for your campaign. It's not always about the numbers. It's always about the right fit. So going back to what I mentioned earlier on about how you asked your friend about the particular product they're using that you kind of interested in, but you don't know whether you want to get as well. And that one person basically tell you what they think about it and blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I trust my friend. I think I'm going to get the product. Your friend probably doesn't even have like 100 followers. Maybe they have 100 followers, right? Because Facebook, everybody in Malaysia has an average of 100 and above friends. He doesn't have like 1,000 followers. He doesn't have a huge social media following. But the thing is, he's your friend. You know this person. You know him inside out. You know what he likes, what he doesn't like. You know his character. Better yet, if this person is your best friend, you know that you can trust him. And if he tells you that this product is good, you trust his opinion, and therefore he influences you to buy this particular product. Does he need to be a social media influencer to sell your product? No. So it's not about the numbers always, okay? It's about the right person, the right fit. So next. Now, influencer marketing isn't just about finding someone with an audience and just offering them money. Trust me, I think like a lot of, in my experience of working with a lot of brands, sometimes they always think that, okay, I want 1 million and up followers to basically market my product. I got budget, no problem. Spends the money, these influencers post the content, and all of a sudden they come back like, hey, why is there no conversion? I spent so much money, but my sales is that. That's because there are a few things that you basically didn't look into when looking for influencers, and I'm going to talk about that in just a bit, okay? So it doesn't mean like, you spend money to an influencer, they'll give you results almost immediately. It's not about finding someone at the audience, okay? You need to find a lot more than that. Step 1. Now, building an influencer campaign. So I'm going to talk about this in detail. So step 1, you set a goal. Now, what's the goal of this campaign? Awareness, sales, conversion. I mean, social media platforms, like social media influencers is a very good platform for you to basically create awareness about your product, awareness about your campaign, awareness about the social media campaign or the marketing campaign that you want to basically portray out there, okay? Put your hashtags in, put your messages in, give them the theme, give the brief to all the influencers so there is like a uniform message that's basically being blasted out there at one go. It's really great for awareness, all right? Now, step 2, set a budget. How much are you willing to spend for content created by influencers? And this can range. A lot of people think like, wow, social media influencers, I gotta spend a lot of money. Sometimes no. It can be as low as 500 ringgit all the way to like 50,000 to 100,000 per post. And of course, the more expensive these people are, it's because they know they have a higher following. It's always like that. The higher the number, the more expensive they charge to you. So do you need to spend that extra cash just to get that conversion? Well, to be honest, it really depends on what you are trying to get out there as a message. Sometimes what celebrity endorsements can do doesn't necessarily mean influencer marketing can do as well. So there's pros and cons to every industry, which probably I will get, let me give you for example, it's better for us to see Ronaldo on Shopee, than an influencer on Shopee because everybody knows Ronaldo. And what did Ronaldo do? Ronaldo basically gave brand awareness to Shopee because it's Ronaldo, a world-class top football player, singing the Shopee song and saying, what turun Shopee? And it's a huge thing, right? Brand awareness. Put me on Shopee, people will X and skip the advertisement straight away. So you see, celebrity endorsement, influencer awareness endorsement. But would Ronaldo take the time to basically go in front of the camera and tell you what he thinks about a particular product? No. Why? Because he makes more money playing football than sitting down in front of the camera telling you about his product. So that's where, if Shopee was given, if Ronaldo basically gave you that whole brand awareness thing, a lot of people know about Shopee. The next thing you can do is Google about Shopee, find out more things you can buy at Shopee and stuff like that, and make your informed decision to whether you want to shop on Shopee or not. But now we know that Shopee can use Ronaldo, Jackie Chan, the most recent one. So yeah, they did a good job, to be honest. After setting a budget, you find the right direction. What style? Picture, video, okay? And budget allows you to make these decisions. Videos are obviously more expensive. Unless, of course, if the influencer only uses their mobile phone to shoot their videos, which, to be honest, you can do your own research and understand whether these influencers shoot with high-quality cameras or with just their mobile phones. If they're coming to you and say that, I need to shoot video and charge you like 10,000 and they only use their mobile phones to shoot their content, then you should question them. Some influencers actually hire a camera crew to shoot their content and upload it on their platform. Why? Because they have a certain standard, and this standard is basically very subjective. Every individual influencer has a certain style or a certain 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 quality that they want to upload on their Instagram platform or their social media platform and stuff like that. And it's very obvious when you go to their platforms and understand the type of content that they make. All right? Find the right creators. All right? That's step 1, 2, 2, 2. Sorry, it's supposed to be step 1, 2, 3, 4. Step 4. Find the right creators. Find the right influencers. And this is the most important part about your campaign. You need to find, okay, let's give a very good example over here. If you are a makeup brand, are you going to find creators or social media influencers who do not do anything in relation to makeup at all to represent your brand? Do you just go to a girl just because, girls use makeup, and automatically assume, girls use makeup, let's just use her lah, you know what I mean? You need to do your own research. You need to understand. The first place you want to start with is you go to a whole pool of content creators who do makeup tutorials, all right? People will search for makeup tutorials online. Trust me, I have a lot of friends, female friends who do that, who go on, and male friends as well, who go online on YouTube to Google how to do makeup for men, how to do makeup for females, because they want to look good in front of the camera, right? Not me, that's why I look horrible today. So, you need to find the right fit, as I mentioned earlier on already. And it doesn't always matter about the numbers, all right? You need to basically find the right influencers to represent your brand. You need to find an influencer who's most likely the type of person that would use your product, your brand, eat in your restaurant, use your service, and have them represent you to talk about your services, all right? You need to be upfront with your brand guidelines on what they can or cannot do, and be sure that these creators understand that. Because the last thing you want, here's the thing, the last thing you want is to hire an influencer and you tell them, hey, I give you full creative control, and they come back with something that's completely damaging to your brand qualities and your brand direction and your corporate image and stuff like that. So you have to be very upfront on what you can do or cannot do. If the influencer tells you that, okay, sorry, it's not my style, then move on to the next person. Don't force them into doing something that they don't want to do with your brand. If they find that your limitation does not work with what they need in order to create content, forcing them to basically follow your guidelines is just going to make this an utter mess. Because why? Of course they're going to say yes to the money. They're just going to take your money. They're just going to do according to what you say and, not basically create content to the best of their potential, and your campaign fails. So you need to find influencers who are creative enough to basically circumvent around your brand guidelines. Now, the thing is, I'm not trying to say that all brands must be very, very loose with influencers. We understand that multinational companies have a lot of guidelines with regards to what can be done. Especially we're in a country where we're so conservative, we can't, talk about. We can't do a lot of content, especially when the brand works with an influencer. You cannot dress sexy, you cannot have tattoos, you cannot have alcohol, stuff like that. There are a lot of these guidelines. Most of them are very standard, but some companies or some agents or some multinational companies have even broader guidelines of what you can or cannot do. It is the job of the content creator or the influencer to basically circumvent around this, understand the brief and be as creatively possible. Be creative enough to come up with the best solution possible to market your product. Okay? So always find the right content creator. You can call my company. Now, trust the creator or influencer with their direction or portraying your brand message. They are creating for their audience that they understand, not creating an ad. If you're going to hire an influencer, tell them, okay, sorry, you need to look this good, you need to look that good, okay, the product needs to be of a certain angle, the product needs to be like that, or the lighting on the product needs to be like, then it's just going to look so polished and not authentic, and then, people watching it be like, this one seems to be like, an ad lah. Go on social media, go on your social media feed. Sometimes, right, videos that get like 30 over million views, right, it's not the highest looking quality video that you even see. Sometimes they look like phone quality videos or even like really, really crappy looking videos, but it's like, super viral. Why? Because these are really authentic videos that sometimes, you capture the moment and people laugh at it. You know, viral videos, why do videos go viral? Because they basically capture a person's attention, they trigger emotions, they trigger you to laugh, they trigger you to cry, they trigger you to feel, and that's where the reaction is there for you to share that piece of content with your friends as well. All right? And to be honest, like I've been in this industry long enough, sometimes I have worked with brands who pay us a lot of money and come back to us and say, sorry, your video is too high quality. Can you kind of like lower the quality a bit because we want it to look like as if it's user-generated. And there's this term out there called user-generated content. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of it as well. If not, it's UGC. Yes, UGC, user-generated content. That some brands actually use. Why? Because it's authentic. Authenticity sells, you know, because authenticity helps sell the influence a lot bigger. So yeah. Now, if your brand does not fit a certain creator influencer, as I mentioned earlier on, do not force yourself to hire them, even though they have the numbers. You want the right fit for your brand as well. So I think like in this whole presentation today, right, I've basically been repeating myself with regards to the same matter over and over again. When you want to work with content creators, influencers, you got to find the right person to fit your brand. Always remember that. Okay, now here are some case studies that I kind of want to share with you guys, and I hope you guys will like these films. One of them, why am I saying it? Because one of them is mine, okay? But also some other content creators that we've worked with before to show you the types of content they've made for brands. So first one, Nestle KitKat. So Nestle is actually one of our brands. So this one is actually this year. I did this film this year for KitKat Gold. I mean, obviously, if you look at the thumbnail, you know it's for ice cream. The goal was to promote the KitKat Gold ice cream for Chinese New Year. The initial brief was to create a song, show yourself eating at a Chinese New Year setting, but the brand gave me the freedom in telling my own story. So the brief was like, yeah, you had to dress in a traditional Chinese costume, have a lot of Chinese decorations. And I went back to them and I said that, look, I see your product, I've tasted it, you know, I've seen your packaging. What caught my attention about your product is about the packaging. And the thing is, my mom, or every Asian mom for that matter, likes to collect packaging, plastic bags, containers, Tupperware. You know, when a Grab food arrives at your house, they bring you a packet, they see the container, you look at it, you're so happy because there's food. Your mom looks at it because there's a Tupperware. So, so this one, I wrote that story in this theme to basically cater for this product, and this is what I did.
My mom is weird because she likes collecting stuff.
Hey Jin, you throw in the wrapper?
Yep. Like this KitKat Gold ice cream wrapper. I'm not sure why. I mean, I would understand if she asked for a bite, but nope.
Hey Jin. Oh, thank you. Good boy.
She just wants the KitKat Gold wrappers. And I know Asian moms tend to collect a lot of weird stuff. But maybe if we really paid attention, we would know why. You know, as we grow up, we are sometimes impatient with our parents. Maybe we should find more time to understand them, especially when we are at a time such as now. Keep your parents' interests in mind, always. And here's wishing you are safe home with them this Chinese New Year. 恭喜發財!
Yeah. So basically that's a film I did for the KitKat. And some people will watch it be like, oh, this one, very hard sell, the product very forefront. Yes. But the thing is, the client wanted that. They wanted to really promote the fact that KitKat Gold has an ice cream. And how do we basically create something that showcases the product at its best and give it as much screen time as possible? So I took the topic about how moms like to basically upcycle their stuff. What was the result of this film? Just on Facebook alone, 17 million overviews. And if you basically look at this screen over here, there was no boosting basically it's all organic. The sad part about this screen is like, you see, the estimated earnings only $600. So for those of you who think that YouTubers make a lot of money just because they get like 30 million views, this is your answer. So do you want to consider YouTubing and Facebooking as your career? Think twice, you sell KitKat, make more money. All right, so basically this is the result that I got from this campaign, and Nestle was actually really, really happy. And the thing is, when they hired me, was it really expensive as compared to hiring a production house to make a video? To be honest, it's a lot cheaper to hire me than a whole entire video team. So I shot that film with 2 camera guys. And obviously you have to pay for the camera guys and you have to pay for my, my fee lah. But obviously we're not to say, influencer marketing is not to say the cheaper alternative, because there are some influencers who are really expensive as well. But it is it's more affordable than traditional production teams. The reason why I say it is because I run a production house as well, so I know the costs when it comes to creating commercials for TVC commercials and also for influencer marketing. Next one is a person that we work with. Some of you might know this guy. He's known as Sofian K. Now this guy blew up because he started doing visual effects content. And he's really, really good with visual effects. Sometimes, I think a viral video was recently created of him superimposing himself into the Spider-Man Homecoming or No Way Home trailer. And he did it seamlessly. It looked as if he was a part of the film. So that's actually Sofian. So in this video right here, we would like to basically explain that he did something for Sprite. Brief was very simple. Basically leveraging on Sofian's abilities to create stunning visual effects, Sprite promoted the drinks creatively, trusting Sofian's creative direction. The goal was to promote Sprite as a cool, refreshing drink on a hot day. So what did he do?
Panas lah cuaca hari ni. Korang, jom teman saya warnakan tembikar ini. Alah, tembikar ni kurang sejuk lah. Melon, Swiss, ready? Wah! Jarum, air. Air kurang sejuk guys. Sekejap. Bro, boleh tolong tak? Kat luar ni panas lah. Sekejap, aku buatkan magic. Lemon dan limau nipis. Wah! Sprite!
Oh, the money shot. Look at that. Makes you want to buy
Rasanya nyaman sekali.
Sprite. So that's it. See, they leveraged on the creator's strength. He is really good at making visual effects videos. So are you going to hire this guy to do a makeup tutorial? No. Are you going to hire this guy to do a review of a phone? No. You know, are you going to ask him, sit in front of the camera, you must talk about the phone, you must mention this key, unique selling points, have him do this? No. You're going to basically ask him, using your strength in visual effects, do what you can in order to highlight my product's unique selling points. And that is the proper brief to give to a content creator or an influencer. So what's the difference between influencer marketing and content marketing? In my industry, the reason why people follow influencers is because of the content they make. Can content actually drive reaction? Yes, if you create a piece of... Do you need numbers in order to basically make a piece of content go viral? No, you don't have to. Any brand can make a video that relates to people and really touches the emotions of people, and it can go viral on its own. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is content is king. And when you have great content, it will be able to reach milestones after milestones after milestones. So those are 2 video examples that I've just shown. The last one is basically, some influencers tend to always, who don't make videos, tend to take amazing pictures. This is Talita Tan, someone that we work with. This is actually a campaign with Big Pay, and it's basically a Chinese New Year campaign. So basically the brief is for them to tell, signs up with your referral code, you both get RM10 each. So when you give the creator full creative reign, they sometimes will get really, really creative. Because sometimes, some people, when you give them the brief to basically market a card such as Big Pay, they'll just post the card like that, and then they'll smile, okay? And then that's it. Some people tend to go the extra mile, and that's the reason why I want to show you this picture over here. Talita, sometimes when you give her a brief, she just goes the extra mile. Say, we need a simple picture. This is her simple picture. So you need to do your research. You need to go in there and understand the type of influencers out there. If you're gonna start a marketing campaign and all you can think of is just Jitty Boy, So I'm Jen, and these people, you need to do more extensive research. Yes, it's easier to hop on the names that you kind of know, but trust me, there are a lot more people out there that is a lot better than me. Really, there's so many people out there in untapped territories, catering to different niche markets, who create amazing content and have a huge following as well. So you need to always, go into influencer marketing with an open mind and not just narrow yourself to a specific target of influencers. You need to basically hire a team to do as much extensive research as you can for the Malay market, for the Chinese market, for the urban market, for the moms market, pregnancy market. Every market has got a bunch of people that are content creators for whatever they do. So I hope you guys have enjoyed my talk. If not, then you'll probably not see me here for the next talk. But then again, thank you so much for your time, and thank you.
All right, thanks, Jeannie. There's going to be a market for the 40-year-olds and above.
Yes.
I want to know, did your mom really make that basket?
Yeah, she did. Yeah. So I wrote that film because my mom does all this. She used to do it with Milo packets.
Right.
Any packet lah, not just Nestle, okay? Nestle didn't pay my mom. She, what she did was she used like even kopitiam, like the white coffee, sachets and everything.
Right.
So for me, it's like I knew that I could write a story based on that.
Right, okay, so see, that was the most important thing on my mind, but I do have some other questions, right? Okay, so choosing the right influencers and content creators, right? The metrics that matter. So what are the influencers and content creators metrics to help during selection?
Okay, so some of the metrics that you need to look into is the demographics, number one.
Okay.
You need to ask them for their insights, okay? You need to see, I'm not trying to be very biased, but if you see, girls tend to get a lot more followers because, there are a lot of people out there who like to follow pretty girls. Not me. Then, you don't, and if a makeup brand were to go to a female with a lot of followers, right, you need to basically do your due diligence. You need to ask them to give you their insights, okay? What is their percentage of male, female? If they're going to be like 90% male, why would a makeup, even though if they have 1 million followers, why would a makeup brand go to that particular influencer and basically have her market their makeup product to 90% men?
Right.
So you need to do your, would you rather go to a girl that has like 10,000 followers, but she has 90% females? That has a higher probability chance of having a conversion. So you need to do that. You need to understand your target market. They give you a lot of insights. Instagram, Facebook, everything. They tell you their male, female percentage, where the audience is from. Not all platforms will tell you where they're from. They'll give you a generic, like Malaysia. Some will tell you Penang, Selangor, urban market and stuff like that. Their age group, what time they spend, what point at the time of the day is their most active. So these are the metrics you need to look out for before you search for an influencer or basically agree to work with an influencer. I think it should be standard and not just look at the numbers. I want this one 8 million, 10 million, okay, I want all this one, and don't worry about anything else.
Right.
If you're going to hire a person who is well known as a singer, to basically, can you pose with an ice cream, or can you pose with something? It's not going to work. Why not hire the person to write a song about your product?
Right.
Wouldn't that work a lot better? So you need to do a lot of things before you actually narrow down the selection.
Right, so there's a lot of thought behind it, and that's why they look for people like you to help out, right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, that was not paid for. So number of followers versus engagement rate.
Yeah.
Which is more important?
Engagement rate is more important.
Okay.
You can have like a high following, but if they talk about something that is completely irrelevant to their audience, let's say for example, again, I'm gonna use like Sofian K, right? He's got like 700,000, 800,000 followers, and every time he uploads a video with regards to visual effects and really like wow, eye-catching stuff, it would be so big. What if one day he uploads a phone review? I can almost guarantee that no one's gonna watch it.
Right.
If there's no visual effects involved, if there's nothing no one's going to watch it, and the engagement is going to be really, really low. So again, it boils down to the strength of the influencer. What are they known for? Why are you hiring them? Are you hiring them just because they have numbers, or are you hiring them because you think that they can do something cool with your brand with the strength of their content creation abilities?
Right, okay. Authenticity, you brought that up, right? The authenticity, influencer, and content marketing. So influencer and content creator with multiple brand endorsements, right? So should marketer or business owners continue to engage with them? Will it dilute the brand of the reviews being deemed not authentic because this person is everywhere?
Yes. That's I think a common problem that a lot of businesses will basically ask us, hey, you know what? Maybe I don't want to hire this person because this person is like a pasar malam. It's like every other day the post is basically like, this. That is why you really have to vet out, what kind of influencer you want. Some brands don't mind. Some brands really mind. Especially the more notable brands, they'll be like, okay, you know what? If I want to work with one person, that person has got to basically be in line with the image of my brand. Like, you know, I need them to, not be a pasar malam. I need them to be basically, like, you know, it's like an endorsement. It's very, very close to a celebrity endorsement. Like, you know, they're not like posting about every other brand under the sun. They basically just focus on their content and they're known for their content. And then, boom, you sell it in the brand endorsement, and then it just works hand in hand.
Right.
Some brands do not mind because, you know, all they want is just exposure. They're not expecting like conversions almost immediately. And then they just hire any influencer and they post as much brands. They don't care whether they do everything. But I think the common practice is every brand that basically comes on board to work with an influencer, they will check, number one, are they working with any competing brands?
Right.
Okay. If they did, how long ago? Is it a 3-month period? Okay. Number two, all right, is this person fit for, again, they ask, will this person fit for my brand or not?
Right.
Number three, when you say whether it fits for your brand, right? Again, like whether there are so many brand endorsements, is it less authentic? To be honest about it, if you want to ask me whether it's less authentic, it is, because everybody is going to go to the perfect bias, another ad, another ad, another ad. It's like for some people like me, I tend to pace out the brand endorsement deals I do. Actually, I'm very, very selective about the brands that I work with.
Right.
I mean, it's very open out there. I work with Samsung, and I've been working for Samsung for 7 years. I do work with other brands, everyone here, very ad hoc, but the main brand that I always work with is Samsung, and I don't work with anybody else. And the reason being I can do that is because, you know, I run multiple businesses and I have multiple income streams, so that's okay. For some influencers, you need to understand why they need to continuously post brand after brand after brand, because that's their only main source of income, right? But some, does it mean that they post more brands, their engagements will go lower? Yes, if they do not put effort into the content that they're creating. But for me, in my YouTube channel, almost every video that I work with is a brand integration or a brand collaboration.
Right.
And we'll be getting like, you know, an average about 300,000 views. Why? Because we still follow the same DNA of the company that we are known for. We are known for creating authentic stories, Malaysian-based, that's relatable. And when we sell it in the brand, and people are like, oh wow, that's a really good brand integration into it. And for us, we're very upfront with the brands that we work with.
Right.
And it still works for us.
Right. I mean, I was looking at your Nestle Kit Kat one, right? I mean, it's obvious what you're talking about, but there's a great story behind it. Right?
Exactly.
So there's, you know, you're not sort of hiding it and it suddenly pops out right now.
Yeah, the worst part is when you try very hard to hide it, you should not work with influencers like that.
Right.
They be like, they take your money and they put your product in the far corner over there. No.
Guess what?
Yeah, you know. And then the caption, they will be like, I write your brand in the caption. No. They need to do better.
Right. Okay. Now, SMEs generally have smaller budgets, right? So how would you recommend the best way to exercise their budgets while getting the best influencer or content creators to amplify their brand, or, you know, that kind of story?
I think like, when it comes to SMEs, right, everybody will always say like, oh, I cannot afford influencers. To be honest, some influencers, right? It's not all influencers are gonna just like, oh, I'm not gonna work with you unless it's money. Now, I just want to bring a very good company, a very good example of a company that uses social media marketing, like really amazing. And most of the time, you know, most of the influencers do it for free for them.
Okay.
It's this brand called My Burger Lab. Have you heard of My Burger
Yes,
Lab?
of course.
My Burger Lab is probably one of the best companies out there who does amazing marketing on social media. Their page alone has got 100,000 followers and it's all genuine. And it's so focused on burgers, right? And people are like wondering, how can a burger page get so much followers? It's because they continuously re-innovate themselves into like, you know, making new burgers, following trends, keeping up with what's current.
Right.
And when they work with influencers, they will invite influencers. So when Renyi comes up to me, hey man, I want you to try my new burger. Do you think you can come and you want to eat? That's it. There's no brief.
Right.
He doesn't tell me, please post this, use this hashtag, whatever not. If I go in there and I eat and I don't post about it, that's it lah. No problem lah. It's no holds barred. He will still invite me again to eat. Then I'll feel guilty lah. Then I'll post. Like, you know, like if a product is really good, chances are social media influencers will tweet about it. If you made a burger that's called the Burger Raksasa and it looks super ginormous and it's like, wow, out of this world, content creators will basically take an opportunity, wow, this is content for me. Content creators need to generate content on a very regular basis. So if you give them content that is very out of the ordinary, right, and they'll be like, oh man, I want to post a picture with that.
Right.
Chances are you'll get it for free. You know what I mean? Look at, okay, I'll give you a very good example. Squid Game. is such a huge phenomenon, right? Sunway Pyramid puts a doll in their premises.
Yeah.
Did they pay all the influencers to take a picture with that? No, everybody wants to take a picture with the squid doll.
Right.
Why? It's gonna give them high engagement rates in their social media posts. That's the real answer. Yeah. So that's the real answer. So it doesn't mean that you don't have money, you cannot work with influencers. Sometimes if you don't have money and you can get influencers to work with you, I should say your marketing is amazing.
Right.
You should give your marketing team a raise. Okay?
Okay.
And your PR team, you must give them a raise. All right?
Right.
If you don't give them a raise, come work for me. So you see, it's all about personal relationships, PR with the influencers. If you build a really great relationship with them, you know, it's a win-win situation. You give them content to talk about, they're going to give you the reach.
I want to ask you something before. I've got some more questions, but I'll ask you another one as well. What have been some of the ridiculous requests you've had?
Oh, wow.
You've got time.
So, some of the ridiculous things I've had, a lot. Actually, to be honest, I wouldn't say some of them are completely ridiculous. The most ridiculous thing that I've always been asked to do was, let's see, I don't know. I don't think I've had really crazy, ridiculous requests.
We'll come back to that when you remember. Okay, we got some questions, right? Okay, now in your opinion, are influence and content marketing just a passing fad? Should marketers and business owners include content influencers to their marketing plans in the long term?
Okay, so influencer marketing is projected to basically be a $22 billion industry by 2022. So the answer is it's here to stay.
Right.
It is a new alternative method of marketing, and to be honest, working from the traditional media industry, coming over to social media industry, I saw where the funds are going. At one point in time when I was working for radio, you see the pie. And I think like at that one point, the pie was social media was like 10-20%, and then I think like traditional media TV was like the 70% pie. Your magazines, your newspapers, your above the line, your below the line, all the advertising goes there.
Right.
In just a span of 2 years, it flipped.
Right.
Now 70% or 80% now is more on digital spend.
Yes.
Yeah, it is crazy. It's the new norm. And MCO sped that up by 100 or 200 or 300%. Because like when we went to MCO, I own a production house. So I was doing content for traditional media, for TVCs and stuff like that. The minute we weren't able to shoot, we were literally stagnant.
Right.
But then that's where I decided to take all the funds and go to the client and say, hey, would you like to consider social media marketing instead? $100,000 budget coming to a production house to do a TVC commercial. I could hire like 20, 30 influencers.
Right.
I get 30 pieces of unique content for the clients to repurpose.
Right.
So it's all about perspective.
Perspective,
Yeah,
right?
perspective.
Which kind of I want to bring that up. You know, like is it better to work with? And I know you talk about analytics as well. A person with a lot of followers or a lot of people with smaller followers, but then the reach will be wider. So that's a better use of budget in a way.
Yes, of course. Because if you go to a person with like 5 million followers, they're probably going to cost a lot of money. But with that same money, you'll be able to probably hire the same amount of reach cumulatively.
Right.
Okay, that 1 million follower can get you.
Right.
All right, and obviously you have to do your own research, lah.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
And smaller influencers tend to, because they're just starting out, right? Or maybe they are the smaller micro influencers are the followers who follow them are like friends, close friends, and stuff like that, right? Or people within the community that look up to them and stuff like that. So they have a higher engagement rate. There's no doubt. The big influencers, they are kind of like a million followers and up. They're kind of like celebrity status, really.
Yeah.
So they probably, would be known as like your singers, your drama, everything. They do reach a mass audience. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
But they're amazing for brand awareness and like getting the word out there and stuff like that because they're
they
so
literally
huge.
Jual Mahal.
Yes.
A bit more. I mean, that's
I mean, it's the price you pay to get that mass appeal. But it's like you are casting a wide net into the ocean, right? Not knowing what you're catching, and then you come back, and then you, from that amount of things you catch in the net, you take out what you need. Whereas when you go to micro influencers and you do your research of who you need, right? You basically know that, this person can sit to this audience. I need this person, so I find more of the same person. Then you're basically targeted to that niche. Yeah.
Okay. Now, so this is a question for you. You sort of answered that. You're an SME owner and at the same time in this industry. What kind of challenges do you usually face and how did you overcome that? Apart from getting a new baby.
This question is very broad. Okay, what are the challenges? Very broad question. I wish it would be a little bit more narrowed down. Okay, I think some of the challenges, because I run multiple. So I think challenges in terms of business, if you want to talk about MCO, yes, it was tough, but I think like for all business owners, when you come into a situation like that, you kind of circumvent. So what we did was we basically put all of the production budget into social media marketing.
Right, as you were saying.
All the team that used to work in in production house, we tried to assist the social media marketing team. My social media marketing team grew 2 times during the MCO. So it's how about you navigate the issues and then how to rework it. Don't be afraid to fail. I fail a lot of times trying to figure out what to do. So if there was no MCO, some of the challenges that we face is obviously trying to educate clients on how to understand content creators, right? And some of the challenges I face as well is how to manage over like 100 influencers, because it's 100 different mindsets, 100 different individual personalities, and 100 different people that you need to please and work with.
Right.
So that's the tough part as well.
Right.
I think those are some of the challenges that I face.
I think like the word is pivot, like everyone's been
pivot.
talking. Pivot. Right?
Maybe watch Friends.
Okay. This is one. The right platform to focus on. Will TikTok overtake IG?
Actually, that's a very good question. What platform should I focus on? Now, I hate to say this, but Facebook is a lot more for the older crowd now. When I was 21, Facebook was the in thing. And that was the platform for the teens back then.
Right.
But now Facebook is more of like your mom and your dad. Like, I'm a dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the younger generation goes to Instagram, which is when I was like 30 plus, and then suddenly the 21 to like 30s are more on Instagram, right?
Right.
But us as a normal user, you automatically think that our Instagram is worldwide or like across the range. That's not really true. Okay, so Facebook is a different demographic. The audience on Facebook is different from the audience on Instagram, and it's different from the audience on TikTok, right? And on YouTube as well. I spoke to a friend, and I shouldn't say I think I shouldn't say what my friend said because it's very highly confidential. It's about highly confidential information. I don't think I should say it because it's with regards to Facebook. But what I can say from that is, I guess that different platforms have different age groups, different kind of audiences.
Right.
And will TikTok overtake Instagram someday? It might. And will another platform come out and overtake TikTok? Yes, it will. See, the way we consume content is constantly changing. Last time when we watched TV, it was on a square box. I'm giving away my age here.
Okay, your age, yeah.
And then at one point in time, we used to watch content with black and white. Then after it came to color TV. Then after that, remember when the square TV went to a 16:9, everybody like, wow, like what, I can't get used to it. How are we going to pay for this DVD or whatever? It's so expensive, and now it's a norm. Right? Last time there was HD, then after 4K, now 8K. I don't know what K they're gonna come up with. All right. So we used to basically spend so much money on buying DVDs or CDs and whatever Blu-ray discs to watch really high, amazing content. These days we just do so on Netflix.
Right.
So the way we consume content is ever changing, right? We used to watch movies in cinemas, but I mean, last time we used to subscribe to Astro. But I don't have an Astro. Oh, sorry, Astro. I don't have an Astro account today. I get my fixes of whatever I need to watch on streaming platforms, right? On Netflix, your View, your other platforms. So the way we consume content is ever changing because of technology, all right? And then came the vertical type of way to consume content. People were like, oh no, I don't want it, whatever, no, oh my god, this is not used to it, I prefer a 16:9. So you see, from a square, now 16:9,
Right.
But now, a lot of younger people or people these days tend to scroll through Insta stories a lot more. I need to move here. A lot more. You scroll through Insta stories more than your Instagram feed.
Right.
So you see, the way you consume content is constantly changing. And you need to accept the fact. I mean, not us consumers or the end users. Brands need to accept the fact that the way that content is going to be consumed is going to be ever changing. Because if it's going to be the same thing over and over again, then there's no involvement.
And your earlier comment about the different platforms as well, right? There is a space, depending on what your market is, what your product is, right?
Yep.
And what age group you're looking at. And you were saying Instagram at that time, and then TikTok, and then who knows what's going to happen, what's going to happen next, right? Okay, from Chanel Co, what are the most effective ways to get people to share my content and viralize it?
If I knew how to get a video viral, I'll be rich. Super, super rich. Because The key to a viral content, to be honest, nobody knows how to debunk it. How did I get
Okay.
my first viral hit? I don't know. But this is where you should not be discouraged. Now, I think like there are some things that you can do to kind of help your video get as many eyeballs as possible. Like contribute to the virality of it.
Okay.
But how do you make a viral video? Nobody can tell you how to make a viral video. If a company comes up to you and say that, hey, I can make a viral video for you, they're lying. I think like one of the key components is relatability.
Right.
Why do some people? To be honest, I feel like Douglas Lim is the perfect person to bring up for this expedition. When we had a lot of heated subjects in the space, you know, we all know what we're talking about, right? He made a lot of parody videos about it, and it's so relatable, and people laugh at it, and because people can relate to the current situation about it, and that's where they can share. You know what I mean? So one way to help create a viral video, and you see his videos are not to say very high quality, that like cinema, movie like. It's very simple, green screen.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a blue screen, but it's actually a green screen. And then he just posts, you know, a background that suits his theme.
Right.
And that's it, right? It's the content that matters. So when you create a piece of content, try to be as relatable to the end user as possible, right? So the Kit Kat content that I made was basically targeted to the fact that our Asian moms are quite weird. They tend to collect Tupperware, but they come to an age where a lot of them do handicraft when they're retired and stuff like that. And funnily enough, a lot of people tend to message me and say, oh, my mom's like that, my mom's like that. So relatability is always one of the key components for you to help your video achieve virality. Another way to do this is, and don't be shy about it, if you don't know how to create a viral piece of content, or you made a video you think is great and you think it go viral, but it's not getting the views because you don't have a high following person to share your content, it is okay to do some ad spend on your platforms as well. Facebook allows you to do ad spend, YouTube allows you to do ad spend, even now Instagram allows you to do ad spend. One day I'm sure TikTok will allow you to do it as well.
They do.
Yeah, so it is not wrong for you to do that, because from that ad spend, you're able to target and think and understand, I need to target this specific people, and if they watch my video, chances are they might relate to it. And you know, I've tested it out before. I did a video and I targeted to a bunch of people who would possibly relate to it, and all of a sudden it was just reshared to that community.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, for being so generous with your sharing.
Oh, no problem.
I'm going to say any last words, but I think I've let you stand for an hour already. Any final thing you was?
No. I think like influencer marketing is. I think for me, it's going to be a growing industry. It's only going to grow a bit more. Every time someone just blows up and becomes popular on mainstream media, they're going to be blowing up on their social medias as well. Right. So brands will see this person on TV, he's famous, but chances are they're going to get them to do social media posting and stuff like that. So influencer marketing is going to stay. So I mean, for me, I don't term it as influencer marketing. I will term it as social media marketing.
Okay.
Because it basically doesn't just, people always think influencer marketing is just Instagram. For me, it's social media marketing. Right. I even include in Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all these platforms. And do we just create one piece of content and upload it on all platforms? No, every platform is different.
Right.
People consume content differently on every platform.
Right.
So you need to understand that.
All right, thanks so much, Genie Boy. And
Thank
of course, we didn't have time to go through all the questions, but definitely I think social media marketing, as you say, is something that you have to consider as we close the year and begin a new year. Make sure that that's part of your plan. So thank you again, Genie. Enjoy the weekend, enjoy the new baby.
Oh yes, thank you very much, everybody.
All right, so we hope today's session has been fruitful and beneficial to you. And it's time for more giveaways. The same rules apply. And before we get to the second set of giveaways, we would appreciate your feedback very much. And you can do this by scanning the QR code on the screen or clicking on the survey link that is provided in the chat box on Zoom and on the comment section on Facebook to complete the survey. So hint, filling out the survey is a clue to one of the questions later, so do fill out the survey. So we'll give you a couple of minutes to do this because we really love to hear what you have to say. thank you for filling up the survey. And yes, it's time for our final set of giveaways. Same rules apply. It's a case of the fastest to answer. And the fastest will be getting a Google Nest Mini Smart Speaker, second generation, worth 160 ringgit and above. And the other 4 winners will be getting Touch and Go e-wallet vouchers worth 50 ringgit. So yes, if you haven't scanned the QR code, this is it, right? And okay, we're watching them. And also on Facebook, I think you can see the link on the comment section. So we'll wait for a few of you to participate. We have, all right, we'll get to about 30 people before we start. So yes, do make sure you participate. This gives enough time for those on Facebook as well. We've got Aimee, we've got Sokeng, Kamfat, Stephen, Supaya, you already won, but never mind, can try again, I'm sure. Manching, Andrew, right, okay. David, Beatrice, good morning. Thank you for being with us. I know you all had some questions earlier on for Ginny. I'm sure, you know, if you get in touch with the Allianz team also, they'll try to connect you with those answers. Right, we've got, all right. We can get started now. Yes, all right, we've got about 30 plus people taking part. Right, the first question is, remember, fastest, which of the below are not part of the feedback survey form? SME, Business Protection Virtual Conference Experience, ABS Protection. Not part of the survey, feedback survey form. If you didn't fill out the survey, you wouldn't know. So, 15 seconds. 10. All right, the answer is, mostly got it right. ABS protection, 54%. All right, next question. How many followers does a macro influencer have? You can quickly Google that. Is it between 10,000 and 100,000 followers? Between 100,000 and 1, I guess, and 1 million followers. Between 1 and 10,000 followers. 15 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 5 more seconds. The answer is between 100 and 1,001 and 1 million followers. So that's a macro influencer. And our next question, our final question, the quote, "Content is king," is originally by. This one got me thinking. I was looking at this morning and said, how can I not know this? How can I not know this? So the answer is it Steve Jobs? Is it Bill Gates? Is it Warren Buffett? Is it Mark Zuckerberg? Mark Zuckerberg. Okay. Got about 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 more seconds. And it's Bill Gates. The answer is Bill Gates. Although I guess you all think it'll be Mark Zuckerberg, the actual answer is Bill Gates. So yes, let's see the winners. Congratulations, chap. Right, in 0.44 seconds, you get the speaker, the Google speaker. And of course, Sam, Supaya, there you go. You won again. Gim and Eng and Yi. You get 50 ringgit Touch and Go vouchers. So congratulations to all the winners. Please email your full name, your mobile number, and email address to social media at allianz.com.my, and do send over the details not later than Monday, November 15th. The subject heading on your email should be Allianz Conference Winner. And we've inserted the email address in the chat box if you're on Zoom, and in the comment section if you're on Facebook. And the Allianz team will be in touch with you about your prizes. So on behalf of Allianz Malaysia, thank you for spending your Saturday morning with us. There's also another exciting announcement, and this is the Allianz Be Absolutely Ahead contest on Facebook. There'll be 3 lucky winners walking away with a Jabra noise-cancelling headset with microphone worth 330 ringgit and above, so you can upgrade your productivity as you work from home or from the office. Now, how can you participate? Very simple. Firstly, you have to like this post and attend one of the Allianz Be Absolutely Ahead virtual conferences. you've definitely filled one of the criteria as you are here today, so congratulations. And of course, quickly scan the QR code and then you have the answer. This question in 30 words. Why is the Allianz Be Absolutely Ahead virtual conference a must-attend event? You need to tag a friend and make sure change your profile settings to public so we know, right? You need to provide the answer in the contest post comment section, scan the QR code or click the link provided in the chat box on Zoom, in the comment section or on Facebook to our Facebook contest post, right? So have a look at that. We'll leave that up for a while. So the contest began on October 22nd and will end on November 18th. So you've got a bit of time, but do hurry, yeah? And so here are the rules again. Make sure you do a screenshot in case. Do keep your eyes peeled on Allianz Malaysia's Facebook, LinkedIn and Instagram as always on future events, updates and other vital information for your business. Until then, stay productive and stay safe. I really learned a lot from this morning session on how you can protect your business, right? And also what some plans on what you want to do coming forward, right? So here's wishing you a wonderful 50 days or so before 2021 ends and an even better and brighter and healthier 2022. Thank you for being with us the last few weeks and be absolutely ahead with Allianz. Find the right path to being absolutely protected with Allianz. Thank you and have a great weekend.